Titi, were you able to do it? Please go and do it after the class because of our time.
Okay, sir.
Mm. I gave you nitrogen last week. I was talking about yellow leaf and poor growth. That was chlorosis. I gave you phosphorus for poor root development, potassium for leaf scorch. So I asked you guys to finish the rest by yourself. So today we are moving to animal nutrition. Animal nutrition. We'll be having our test in the next class. The text will just be I will get back to you because I will speak with Mr. Lotachukwu so that I can know if I can proceed with that. So let's go to animal nutrition for today. Animal nutrition. Please, once you are done reading the assignment I gave, both on the micro and the macro elements, the deficiency symptoms, just write down on your class group. Like once you are done with the reading, and make sure you write them in your notes. Just write out the deficiency, or probably I will just send you the notes and just write it from there. So let's move to animal nutrition. So I believe you still remember all the classes of food. Give to remember that if no one else remember. So here, what they might ask you under the classes of food is actually the deficiency. Nobody will ask you that is carbohydrate a class of food or is protein a class of food. We have basically 6 classes of food: the carbohydrate, the proteins, fat and oils, vitamins, minerals, and water. However, the major thing they will be asking you is the deficiency of any of the classes of food in it. So let's just check the deficiency for the animal nutrition. Animal nutrition. Animal nutrition. So the first one is carbohydrates. Please write it in full. CHO. The deficiency. Gift, are you asking what do you miss? Please remember we considered nutrition in the last class. Or were you not in the last class? Do you remember where we stopped? We stopped at mineral requirement of plants. Do you have that in your notes? Okay. How many macro elements did I give to you guys? I told you we have about 5 macro elements. And I gave you a shortcut to remember that. NPK. So I ask you guys to form the abbreviation yourself. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium. These are the macro elements. And I gave you the micro elements too, which is iron, zinc, copper, and magnesium. Iron, zinc, copper, and magnesium.
Manganese.
So these are the micro elements. So I give you guys an assignment that you should check the deficiency symptoms. This is where JAMB asks question under micro and macro element. Go and check the deficiency stuff for nitrogen. I give you for nitrogen. I can still remember. I give you Lilian Alpha. Do you want to say something?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Under the micro elements, is it supposed to be magnesium or manganese?
It's supposed to be manganese. Sorry, Herman. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Magnesium is under this MG. Magnesium is under macro. Thank you for that. Manganese is a micro element, not macro. Macro simply means we have them in abundance. Micro simply means trace. They are trace elements. Like they have just little touch of the metals. Thank you for that observation. So these are the things the last part of what we did last week. I hope you guys are reading your notes. Should I ask question? Under test for starch in a leaf, can somebody tell me the four basic procedures that you need to follow? Lillian, can you tell me that? Under test for starch.
Okay. First, you have to keep the leaf in hot water.
Okay. What's the reason why you are killing the leaf in hot water?
First of all, it helps to stop all metabolic reactions, and then it makes the leaf
Okay.
cell to be more permeable to the reaction.
Okay. So what's the second one?
And the second one is to remove chlorophyll using alcohol.
Very good. What's the
Then,
essence of that?
um,
Okay, I think it's there already. So we use alcohol to remove the chlorophyll. So and
then
the reason is that chlorophyll has this green pigment so that it will not contradict the color when we are staining afterwards. So what's the third one?
to rinse in warm water
To rinse
to
in warm
remove
water,
excess
okay.
alcohol.
And the last one.
Add
The
iodine
rinsing in
solution,
warm water, what's the purpose?
like to rinse the excess alcohol.
Very good.
And then
And
the last one is to add iodine solution. And if starch is present, the iodine tends to glow black. But if the starch is absent, it would remain brown or yellow.
exactly. Very good. So that's a jump. Jump always asks this kind of question for the jump practical test. Sometimes they can ask you just a purpose. They can say, reason they live in warm water is meant to fulfill which purpose. They can ask you that. We use alcohol to do what under the test for starch. So you know that you are using alcohol to remove the chlorophyll. You are using the warm water to remove excess alcohol. So those reasons you should pay attention to them. So that is part of the things we check. We check for photosynthesis, we check the conditions in photosynthesis, we check the two reactions, the light and dark reactions. I believe you guys still remember all these things. Uh, so today, because of our time, we have a lot of things to cover in biology. I want to finish this nutrition aspect today. That's why I'm rushing. So I gave you guys an assignment. Go and check the deficiency symptoms for every element that I gave to you, including the macro element and the micro element. So the macro element, just give it an abbreviation. I use NPK because it's a type of fertilizer. You know, we have NPK fertilizer for people that knows about fertilizer. So just use CM. So you just use anything that goes well with you. And if possible, you can just cram nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, um, calcium, and magnesium if that goes well with you. Just know what micro element is, the examples, and the examples of micro elements. Then the deficiency symptoms. This one you cannot avoid the question. Go and check your past questions. They can just pick one. They can ask you the deficiency symptoms of phosphorus is dash. They can even tell you there is leaf scorch in a plant. Tell us the deficiency. The leaf scorch is the main symptoms. They can ask you to predict the element that is at a deficient level in that plant. So when you see leaf scorch, that is potassium, right? Just go and read it. So once you are done reading these things, just type done on the class group so I will understand that you've actually did that. And next week there's high probability you'll be having both this week you're having both your biology test and your chemistry test. It will be for just 20 minutes. And that will be 30 questions for 20 minutes. 30 questions for 20 minutes. So you guys should prepare before you do your mock um tests. Is that okay? All right. So let's quickly move to animal nutrition. So we are checking classes of food. But these ones they will not ask you classes of food. They also has deficiency. So for example, you should know protein deficiency is kwashiorkor, right? Carbohydrate is weakness. Fat and oil. The one JAMB always use according to their syllables that I got for this year, they expect fat and oil is weight loss. vitamins is Covey and Ricketts. Maybe I should just write it down for you. But there are also other deficiency that lack of carbohydrate can cause. For example, if you're into the medical line, when glucose is depleted in the body, it can lead to many things. We call it hypoglucosuria when there is low level of glucose, and it can lead to hypodiabetes when there is low level of glucose in your blood, in your urine. You'll be feeling dizzy and all. But for your own level, the deficiency they want you to know about carbohydrate is weakness. Carbohydrate gives energy, right? That's the major function of carbohydrate, isn't it? So another one is proteins. Proteins basically they helps in growth and repair, isn't it? But protein does more than this actually. But this is what you're expected to know: growth and repair. And the deficiency is kwashiorkor. Is that taken? Which other one should we check? Okay, fat and oil. Is weight loss basically. Oh, what's wrong? So weight loss. Fat and oil also can give energy, but it also helps in insulation. So you can just write for the function, energy and insulation. In biochemistry, majority of the energy level that are stored in the body comes from carbohydrate and fat and oil. Um, vitamins. Vitamins helps in regulation, and the deficiency is there are many. Depending on the type of vitamin, we have scurvy, we have rickets, we have beriberi. You can go and read more on these things. Minerals, so are many, but the major ones they always have. Minerals helps in body functions. All these biofactors, all these biotin. So they are examples of minerals, vitamin. Uh, their major deficiencies anemia. Anemia. So the last one is water. So when there is deficiency of water, that's dehydration, low water in the body. And these things, it can affect the kidney, it can damage the kidney. Please, so, Lillian, gift and co. Always make sure you take water every day, not even just once, few water. Take as many as possible. It helps your kidney, it helps it a lot. There's a case of someone that does not take water. That person now, I'm telling you, is having kidney issue. They need another kidney because of that. So let's quickly go to, I believe this part is clever. So let's quickly go to food tests. So we have different food tests. For example, iodine, we use it to test for starch, right? So you can write it down. Iodine test for starch. Burette test for protein. This is spelling of burette. System is angle. Iodine is test for starch, isn't it? Beware test for protein. We still have Benedict. Benedict test. That one is for reducing sugars. For reducing sugar. So these are the basic things they will be asking you under this test for under this food test. We also have ethanol actually. We use to test for fat and oil. That's the fourth one. So basically we test for carbohydrates, we test for protein, for fat and oil. So beware test is for protein, right? You can use B for P, iodine for starch, Benedict for reducing sugars, ethanol for fat and oil. Is that taken? So let's assume that they are asking a question. Let's talk about the food substances, the test, and the observation. Basically, they ask on the observation and the test. Let's start from starch, for example. We say starch. What's gift? What do we use to test for starch?
Iodine.
Iodine. Okay. So we are using iodine to test for starch. So the observation is blue black, right? So these are just the summary of the class. I mean, what we are checking now. Reducing sugar, for example. We use Benedict. That's big red. Protein. That's big red. So these are the things you need to pay attention to. They can ask you that they are trying to test for a kind of food, or let me say a class of food, and a reagent was added that gives a purple color as an observation. They can ask you to infer for the food substance. So the reagent could have been iodine benedict, but you know that if iodine is actually added, it shouldn't give a purple. So you know that that should be burette. So number one, you pay attention to the test, you pay attention to the observation. So for starch, it's iodine, and that is blue black. They ask you, that's blue black. For reducing sugar, it's Benedict. We use Benedict test, and it will give you a big red as the observation. For protein, it is burette to give a purple color in the observation. And the other one, fat and oil, we use ethanol, right? That one will give us a milky, all these gelatinous texture. So let's go for ethanol. Ethanol. Sorry, fat. That's ethanol, right? That'll give us a mercury. So do we understand how to test for we cannot test for water and we cannot test, they don't even have ask for vitamins and minerals. But these are the four things they ask for: starch, reducing sugar, proteins, and fat and oil. The test and the observation, like I said. Please, is that taken? I want us to finish nutrition today. So let's quickly go to mammalian tooth. Mammalian tooth. I will ask question after the class and all these things. So that's how we do it. So that I can be sure you are getting it. And this is what I always ask you to do. After each class, go to your past question. Check the questions on what we did. Titilala, what happened? Check questions on what we do in that class. So that if there's any aspect at all you are not getting, you can quickly revise it, quickly visit the recorded video and check for where you are getting it from. Titilala, do you want to say something?
No, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay. So please always do well to visit. Just always make sure that you are doing the needful. Like Mr. Lotachuku said, you should not be pestered or be being pestered again to read. At this time, you have to take things up yourself. So let me give you a diagram. So this diagram, I want you to check it for like 2 minutes. It is the anatomy of the teeth. I will tell you reasons why it is just a comparison between the incisor and the molar. We have four, right? There's still canine and premolar, isn't it? They may not ask you uh, the functions of the teeth. Incisor is used for cutting, while canine is used for tearing food, premolar for crushing, and molar for grinding. There are some years that they ask you straightforward the type of the teeth that helps in tearing food is what. You can be lucky. But sometimes but it's not common in this aspect. Sometimes they don't ask you to identify the part of a diagram. So just check. Do you see how the molar looks like? Everything looks, you can see the enamel. These are the structures. These are actually the structures of the teeth. We have the dentin, we have the pulp cavity, we have the nerve, we have the cement, we have the gum, the jawbone, the blood vessel, and all. So this structure of the teeth, in case they ask you that which of the phone is not the structure of the teeth, you should also pay attention to that. In case they ask you to identify a structure, sorry, I'm trying to look for a diagram that gives. Can you see my screen? Now look at it. No, I was telling you the other time. Maybe I believe you should understand the functions of all these type of teeth, right? Looking at the anatomy actually give us a clue of what their function. Look at the incisor, for example. Should be able to identify. I will give you a full diagram now of where they are located in the body, in the mouth. The incisor is used for cutting. And if you look at the canine that follows, that one is used for tearing. You can see the way there. That canine look like ice cream. And premolar. So premolar is used for crushing, actually. So that's just, you just have to study it and give it a kind of a way that when they give you the diagram in your exam, you can actually predict that this is, molar is for grinding, and for grinding you need the highest or the largest surface area, followed by incisor, because the two need it, one for grinding, one for cutting. But for tearing, you just need a very sharp or pointed structure like the canine. It just is to tear food. And the premolar for crushing the food. Is that taken? So let me give you the major diagram. I just want to show you how it works by diagram before anything. So in case they ask you, how many tooth can you see here? Is it not 32? In case they ask how many tooth do you have? So it should be 32. You can see, look at the key here. The one they painted blue, that's cyan. The one they painted yellow, green, and orange. You can see that incisor was painted orange. And this, remember the function of incisor. As incisor is used for cutting. That's why when you put something to your mouth, you put it at the middle because you just want to cut it. If you want to tear something, you put it by a little side, like one of the side of your mouth, because you want to tear it. Maybe you want to tear a meat. But sometimes you can use incisor also to do cutting. Or sometimes you think it is tearing. You can put meat at the front part of your mouth and you'll be joining it. When you don't go to a party that they will give you meat that it is too hard for you to tear. And that thing can be embarrassing. But then all these things will help you, they will bail you out. Hmm? So the molar, can you see the molar, the blue one? Molar has the highest numbers. They are used for grinding. The last one is the premolar, which is used for caution. Hope that is taken. So in case you need the diagram, I can send it to you after the class. So in case they ask you for the structure of the tooth, just look at the diagram I first gave you here. Write down the structures, as many as you can, from the enamel to the dentine, from the dentine to the pulp cavity. Please quickly write it down. Structure of the tooth. Structure of the tooth. So write it down. The enamel, the dentine, the pulp cavity, the nerve, the gum. Just be fast about it. Are you done writing them? All right, very good. So let's quickly move to Shadrach Moto. How are you? You still hold me a cow. Hope you remember. So let's quickly move to dental formula. This is also part of, it's also a jump favorite. So dental formula is just, please, do you remember to write down the teeth as I was saying it? Gift, what is the function of incisor?
For cutting,
How about canine?
biting,
You shall like biting. Do you like fighting with your teeth? We use tearing, or you can call it biting too. For premolar,
I
like
didn't get the one for molar, but molar is grinding.
premolar is crushing food. So please let us all put that down. Let us write it down. So let's go to the next topic. That's dental formula. Like I said, JAMB likes this question a lot. Dental formula. Are we all there? So a dental formula, please write it down, is a numerical way. A dental formula is a numerical way of showing the number. A dental formula. Gift, what happened? You want me to write? Okay. A dental formula is a numerical way of showing the
Continue
number.
what you were saying. Sorry.
Okay. A dental formula is a numerical way of showing the number and the types of teeth an animal has on one side of his mouth. A dental formula is a numerical way of showing the number and type. They will not ask you the definition, but I want you to get the definition properly because when we try to give the dental formula for different animal, it will not be convincing or confusing. A dental formula is a numerical way of showing the number and types of teeth an animal has on one side of its mouth. So when we say one side of the mouth, it's either the left or the right, isn't it? So what dental formula helps us to do, it helps us to quickly find the arrangement of teeth among animals because every animal has teeth arrangement. It helps us to say, oh, we have this number of incisor, we have this number of canine, we have this number of premolar, and the number of molar. So if we can get one side, then we know that we can get the other side, and we can get the upper and the lower part because it's just like a repetition. Is that taking? Is a numerical way of showing the number and types of teeth an animal has on one side. So the general formula is for the dental formula, in case they ask, is incisor. Maybe I should write it down for you. Let me write it here. We have the incisor. So incisor should be the first, the canine, the premolar, and the molar. Please hope that is taken. ICPM, incisor, canine, premolar, and molar. So like we said, what dental formula shows, it shows the teeth on one half of either the upper jaw and one half of either of the lower jaw. So once you get the total teeth, you multiply it by 2. Let me say, for example, let's start with the man. You want to know the dental formula for man. The dental formula for man is 2.1.2.3. So it's so easy to remember. It's just like 1, 2, 3. But the first one will be 2. Is that taken? So what does this mean? Please, are you guys with me? It means we have 2 incisors, right? Lilian, we have 1 canine. We have 2 premolar, right? And we have 3 molar. Isn't it? And we said we have 32 teeth. So how, because one of the things that convinced me when I was in your level was that how can you just represent the whole of 32 with 2.1.2.3? So this is how they get it. Let me just quickly explain so that you'll not be confused or confused like me too. So the total teeth, how they got it is, with this 2.1.2.3, that would be 2 plus 1 plus 2. We are talking about a side of the teeth. So all these things you multiply by 2. So this will give you either the upper jaw or the lower jaw. For example, 2 plus 1 is 3, right? 3 plus 2 is 5, right? 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 times 2 is what? That's 16, Abby. So that means we have 16 per jaw. Do we get the logic? So that's for we, ma'am, we said we have 32 teeth. So we have 16 per jaw. So if you want to calculate for the 2 jaw, that will be 16 plus 16. That means all total we have 32. In case they ask you, they always ask this question that how many times does the heart beat in a minute? They always ask that how many teeth do a man have? They can ask you how many teeth does a dog have? Things like that. I hope you understand how it works. ICPM, incisor canine premolar molar, 2.1.2.3. What that is taking. Just try to cram some few things. Like I said, one of the easiest way for me that I know it, I don't know if that will work with you. Just look at 1, 2, 3. It was 1, 2, 3 that started. So just put 2 at the front of for the man. So 1, 2, 3. Then you put 1 at the front. That's all. Once you understand that it is ICPM, incisor canine premolar molar. Is that taken? So let's go to another example that they always ask, which is sheep. They always ask dog also. Sheep is 0.0.3.3. So this one is very simple. 2 is 0, 2, 3. So we are using ICPM, right? So this simply means that the incisor level is 0, right? The canine is 0, isn't it? The premolar is 3. The molar 2 is 3. It simply means we don't have incisor in the upper jaw. We don't have canine. We only have three premolar and we have three molar. So from here, you will know that sheep lack upper front teeth. Do you know where the upper front teeth is? I gave you a diagram the other time. You can see this diagram here. That is your incisor. You know, it does not have incisor. Hope you understand the logic. So that's it. Let's go to the example 3. Please don't forget, sheep is 0, 0, 3, 3. So if you want to calculate this, that would be 3 plus 3 times 2. That would be 12, I believe. So that means sheep has 24. I believe you can calculate all these things yourself. I don't have to because of our time. Hope I'm speaking your mind. Lillian. Okay, no problem. I will send it to you after the class. Hope you can calculate the total number of teeth for any animal. Once you know the ratio, you just add it together. You multiply by the So please, it's very simple. Others are not talking. Let us talk. So this is the diagram, like I said the other time. So okay, I said dog. Please don't forget about dog. The like question on dog. You know, dog is a carnivorous animal. And that tells you something, that it should have a strong tearing teeth. Do you like dog? You like dog? Titi will never like dog. You like dogs? I know. I actually like dog. I'm not talking about local dog. Okay. So the dental formula for dog is stereo. Tell me, you like dog? That's good. Don't worry. One day I will bring dog to your compound. If you run away, I will flog you because you are telling me you like dog now. That's all of that. I say you like dog, and if you see dog now, you'll be doing as if you want to collapse. That's 3.1.4. Vote for hitting aspect. That's good. So you can eat dog. Dog is actually sweet. So let us go there. I say, how about to Titi? Mindset. So you're eating dog too. It was my younger ones that cooked. They cooked it one day. I didn't know it was actually dog. So when I got to, I like meat a lot. So they know my weakness. So I just took it. I began to eat. Egbo. Just finish eating dog. I said, no, it is sweet. I would like to eat more. Okay, let's continue. So the ratio for dog is 3.1.4.2. So that means incisor is 3. Please don't forget high CPM. Please and please, I'm begging you. Don't forget high CPM. So please don't forget high CPM. You can use ease, confidence, poor. Yeah, use anything. Don't let me use confidence and poor. They'll not come and sue me. Use any name that you can remember with high CPM. So the 3 is incisor, the 1 is canine, the 4 is premolar, and the last one is molar. You can see. So if you want to calculate the total number of teeth in the dog, it's very simple now. 3 plus 1 plus 4 plus 2 times 2. And you add the two together for the total number of teeth. So if they ask you to calculate the number of teeth, don't just write 3 plus 1 plus 4. 3 plus 1 is 4 now. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Then just write 10. No. There are cheats to these things. You can just write 10 times 4 straight. That will give you 40. Instead of you to say 10 times 2, that is 20. Now say 20 plus 20. Still 40. Isn't it? Do you understand what I'm doing? You know, for the man, we firstly get 8. We now said 8 times 2. We now said 16. We now said 16 plus 16 equals 32. You can just say, since we get 8, 8 times 4, that will also give you 32. So, one of the things that students always forget, they always forget to multiply the half of the mouth by 2 or 4. So that means more dog has more teeth than man. Now, they are carnivorous, far. They eat flesh now. I've forgotten. But they can also eat normal food, but those ones there. So let's move to another thing. That is the alimentary canal.
But
So what
I thought dog is 42
you want
instead
to,
of 40.
what do you say?
I thought dog teeth is 42 in total.
42.
Yes.
How do you get your calculation?
Uh, at the lower jaw, the molar is 3 instead of 2.
At the lower jaw, but at the upper jaw.
No, the lower jaw.
Hmm.
The upper jaw is 2, but
You
the
are talking
lower
about
jaw,
adult dog, Abby.
yes.
Okay. Yeah. In the molar, you know, for this one, this is the basic one. It's 3.1.4.2. But for adult dog, it is 3.1.4.3. So that means in the upper jaw, we have 3 molar, and we have 2 molar, and in the lower jaw, we have 3 molar. So that's why we have a configuration level of 40 and 42. But many times when they are talking about the dog teeth, they refer to as adult dog. So you can say that dog has 42 teeth in total, because many times it is about adult dog. Because
Yeah.
do you get my point? So in case they ask you, so 42 is actually generally acceptable. Hope that is taken. Hmm?
Yes.
All right. So let's continue to with so the mammalian alimentary canal. Let me just give you the diagram for. Let me look for a better diagram for me. Okay, I think this diagram is better. I actually like diagrams, so that's why I always try to give you guys diagrams, because to give you an easier way to remember. So when we talk about the alimentary canal, we're just talking about a digestive pathway for mammals. starting from when food is absorbed, that is intake. It's just like a long digestive pathway that food passes from the mouth till you defecate it out to your anus. So that means it talks about the absorption, the digestion, the elimination. So that is what we refer to as alimentary canal. Is that taken? It's just like a digestive pathway. As you consume your food, what happens to the food? There are some enzymes in the mouth that firstly helps to reduce the food and to soften it so that it can become easily digestible. And when you get to the stomach, we have some enzymes also in the stomach that is secreted probably by the pancreas to help digest the food better. And the good ones will go to your small intestine, the one that you will defecate out will go to your large intestine. And if there's any food that is needed, the blood will carry it to a particular organ, maybe to your liver. For example, if you have a high level of glucose, there's something we call glycogen. So this glucose will be accumulated in the form of glycogen in the liver. And also, this is just like a whole process of uh, the digestive tract. I believe you should. Let's look at the diagram. In case they ask you to identify any part, look at the mouth. You should know where the mouth is now. I shouldn't be telling you that, isn't it? Everybody knows. Even if they don't give you light. I know some people here, they can eat without light. They know. The food will not miss their mouth. They know where to put the food. They don't need any light to eat. So you should know that. So the mouth is just like the entry point for food. And it contains your teeth, it contains your tongue. And there's something we call mechanical digestion. When you chew it, there's a saliva we call amylase that is in the tongue. So it helps to it gives this starch digestion in your mouth. So the mouth is just like the first entry in case they ask you, why your anus is the last exit. Is that taken? The mouth is the first. Why this? So the salivary gland, you can see it is part of is in the mouth. What it does is that it helps to release an enzyme, amylase, to helps in starch digestion and all. So the tongue also, you know what the tongue does now? To take in the food. That is where the food will land in the mouth. That is taken out. The next thing you see there is the esophagus. You can see it's just like a pipe, like a channel. Some people can call it gullet. So it's just like a muscular tube. It connects the mouth to the stomach. You can see there. It's just like a channel that connects the mouth to the stomach. So that's what your esophagus is, where the food will pass from the mouth to the stomach. I believe that is taken right. So the stomach, this is your stomach. You know, many times when I was very small, I think everything inside me is the stomach. You can see how the stomach looks like. It looks like it thinks. Hmm? It's not everything here is your stomach. Oh. As a biology student, please, you must be able to tell all these art students what they need to know. Is that taken? So this is where food is stored temporarily. That is what. And do you know if they ask you the acidic level of the stomach is around 2.0 because it contains hydrochloric acid? Is that taken? I think I've witnessed a question like that before. The stomach has an acidic component. It's very acidic. It's 2.0. Hmm? So the stomach helps to store food temporarily, just for a little time, and it can secrete some enzymes on its own, like the pepsin enzymes, and it contains hydrochloric acid also. That's just the little stuff. Which one has the small intestine? I think I've explained that before. Inside the small intestine, maybe later, you will see the duodenum, the ileum. They are present in the small intestine. That is where the digested food are stored. So it is inside the small intestine. So this is where food will be absorbed into the blood. Anytime you need food, probably brain only depend on glucose. If there's no glucose, your brain will not work. We call them glucose dependent tissue. Is that okay? So anything that is needed by the body, it will be absorbed from the small intestine. Is that taken? So the large intestines, they are the one that form the feces, the things you defecate out of your body. They sometimes they can, when I say so, A, sorry, I'm having it. So can you guess anything now? Are you guys still with me? Okay, so let's continue. Sorry for that. I had a network breakage here. So what I was explaining before, so I think I've explained large intestine, right? What else do we need to? I've explained liver too, the anus, the rectum. The rectum works with the large intestine. That is where your feces is stored temporarily and all. And your anus is the opening through which your feces leave the body. The pancreas is just like a place where other enzymes are released, digestive enzymes that the food needs to enhance digestion. What else have I not spoken about? So that's that's all about the alimentary canal. So I believe you can write few things yourself. You want me to give you again? Hmm? Mouth is for what? Injection, right? Stomach is for what? For temporary digestion. For we call it protein digestion. Esophagus is like a passage where food reach the stomach. Salivary glands for um, that's the first digestion. It helps to release enzyme amylase. The tongue is for trapping the food. The stomach said that the small intestine for digestion and absorption. The large intestine for producing the feces or for water absorption. So just check or write it down yourself. Few things. I think I've explained to some extent. So I think that should be the end of today's clip. Yeah, that's the end of the textbook. But there's something I will need, and that is digestive enzymes. The digestive enzymes. Let me give you that one before we go to question and answer. You guys have many assignments to do. Hope you guys are following, Sha. Hmm? So the amylase acts on starch, right? Pepsin on protein. Lipase on fats or lipids. The end product, if it has on fat, that is fatty acids. Fatty acids. Protein, amino acid or peptides. We have different amino acids. We have histidine, glycine, arginine, and hop. We have many. There are 20 protonated amino acids that we have. Amylase, starch. So starch, maltose. Maltose. So how many people do we have on the group today? 8, right? Let me check. Please, do we understand so far? Some people want to run away. Nobody should run away. Oh, what's the issue?
So can you go over it again? I don't get it very well.
Which one? Which part?
The digestive enzyme.
Okay, the digestive enzymes. I told you amylase is found in the mouth. So that's the first digestive enzymes that the body uses in the alimentary canal. We call it the digestive tract. So the amylase helps to convert starch to maltose. We also have so many examples. We have the vaccine. I'm just giving you a few. These are the ones that was written in your JAM syllabus. Pepsin, it acts on protein and it converts it to peptides or amino acids. The lipase converts fat or lipid to fatty acid. So can we start? I've actually done some questions here last week before. So I'll be skipping those questions. I'll just move to the one we've not. Let me check the number of students that we have. We have Benita, confidence. So Benita, you are going first. Please, you guys should pick number. Benita number 1, confidence number 2. Lillian number 3. Gift number 4. Titi number 5. Shadrach number 7. Is that taken? You get the order. And we start. Benita, confidence, Lillian, gift, Titi, Paul, and Shadrach. So please respond immediately. So, Benita, over to you. Benita, are you there? Okay. Answer this question, please. Benita, this should not take you more than 20 seconds or 10 seconds. Benita, are you there? Benita, is she still there? Gift, is Benita still there? So why is she not answering? I don't know why you guys are like this. Can't you type? Confidence, answer the question. Which agent is used to test for starch in the leaf?
So the answer is B.
Is that confidence?
Yes.
Okay. So binary solution is used for test for what? Anybody?
Reducing sugar.
Reducing sugar. What about burette?
For protein.
What is it?
Protein.
Proton. What is it, proton?
Protein. Protein.
Protein. Yeah. What about failing solution?
Protein.
Why are you speaking Kini or phonetics? Yeah, your English teacher is teaching phonetics, Abi. Yeah, she's using phonetics for biology. Ah, be careful. What about failing solution? Anybody? Did I give you failing solution?
Reducing sugar.
Exactly. They also used to test for reducing sugars. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. So that's for who's the next person? I thought confidence answered the question the other time. The next person should do this. Who's the next person? Is it Lillian? You guys are something else. That should be Lillian. Oh, yes. Lillian, what's the answer? I give you guys numbers now. Lilian
Protein.
or protein. What about vitamin?
No.
Definition of vitamin.
Okay.
Deficiency.
Scurvy. Is it scurvy?
Commonly.
Scurvy. Scurvy.
Why are you guys all speaking phonetics today? Scurvy. Hey. Okay. What about fats? Did I give you for fat? What about carbohydrates?
Weakness.
Okay. So the next question is gift, Abby. They give you enzyme that digest protein.
Pepsin,
Very good. What does amylase does?
starch,
Lipase.
I, please. You not give us try, please, happy.
I didn't give you
Okay,
lipase.
lipase. Sorry, lipase is fat. Sorry, I thought you were talking about trypsin. Sorry.
Lipase is
Fat,
fat. Okay. Fat to what? What will be the end product?
fatty acid or glycerol.
Potassium or glycerol. Okay. What about trypsin?
I don't know.
No, no. Who knows the function of trypsin? Nobody having. Trypsin also acts um like pepsin actually, but the only issue is that
Break down into smaller peptides.
what do you say?
Like it breaks into smaller peptides.
Sure.
Like
Uh, Trypsin work in stages, unlike the pepsin. And if they ask you which organ produce all these enzymes, it is pancreas. So I think I told you, right? So the next question is Titi. And so your exam is very simple. If you know what the topics that you're expected to know, sincerely, you should have not less than 80 in your biology. Titi Alpha, which Titi is for term food?
Okay.
What do
The
you say?
canine. The
K9.
canine.
What about
Yes.
incisor? What's the function of the incisor?
The scissor is used for cutting.
What about molar?
The molar is used for grinding.
The molar.
Premolar is used for what's that thing? Crushing.
Crushing.
Yes, sir.
That's good. So who's the next person? Can you signify? Who's the next person? Signify now. That's Paul, right? Okay. The end product of fat digestion are what? Why are you there? What's the answer?
The answer is C.
C. The end product of fat digestion of fatty acid and glycerol. Yeah, very good. Who is the next person? That's Shadrach Motor as well. Shadrach, are you there? Is Shadrach there? Anybody, please? Is Shadrach there? Shadrach, you are there and you are not talking. It's well, though. Benita, help him. What's the answer to the last question? Benita, are you there? See,
Dive.
see what? Can you tap your hands? Benita? Can you hear me? Can you unmute your mic and tap your hands? Can you type? Do you know how to type? Type the answer, please. What is the answer? C. Oh, very good. So, deficiency of vitamin C causes scurvy. I hope you understand what scurvy is. You can go and read on it later. But sometimes when you are brushing your teeth, you'll be having bleeding gums. Or probably you have loose teeth or your teeth is shaking. Maybe you have wound in your body and you notice that your body do not heal very fast. That's a lack of vitamin C in your body. That's why it's very important you take in some vitamins. Always try to take in foods. Eat food as much as possible. It makes you healthy. Vitamin A, I think that one is night blindness. You'll not be able to see very well in the night. That's vitamin A. Vitamin B, that one is berry. Vitamin B, I guess they ask you for vitamin B. And vitamin D is Is I think in adults it is osteomalacia, or in children it is rickets. Rickets in children. Rickets in children. C scurvy. B beriberi. A night blindness. Is that taken? All right. So let's see if I can see one question to plan it up for today. Yes, one last question. We're going to transport system in the next class in biology. Okay, I saw a question and they said which food substance provide the highest energy per gram? Highest energy per gram. A protein, B carbohydrate, C fat, D vitamin. Which food substance provide the highest energy per gram? Anybody? It's very confusing. Some people will pick carbohydrates, while some people will pick fat. But since it's energy per gram, fat will always give us energy per gram than I don't want to teach you about chemistry, but I'll teach you why it is an answer is fat. You don't need it. So fat gives the highest energy per gram compared to carbohydrates. Please, we've done how many chapters so far? Like 5 chapters now. Do you still remember everything? I want you guys to talk. If you cannot talk, type. All the chapters we've done so far in biology. Kini did not join the class today, Susan. I want you guys to talk. Benita, do you understand everything you've learned so far in your biology classes throughout the month of February? Okay, now. If yes, Benita, can you? Benita, can you? Lillian, how far are you still there? Gift, confident, Shidra. You guys understand what it is? Okay, you said yes, Benita. Okay. Gift, you said yes. Lillian, are you there? Yes, whatsoever. Next class is your test. We first do test for 20 minutes. Then we continue with class. All of you saying yes now. If anybody of you have less than 75%, it will be tough. Hmm? So I believe you're on the same page. Okay, now. Everything we've learned so far, all the topics that we've learned so far. Do you still remember the topics? We started with cell. Let me show you. So this is how we started. We started with living organisms. We checked the plant cells. the animal cell. In the cell, difference between plant cell and animal cell. The added things plant cell has, like the cell wall, the food permanent vacuum, like they have that and the chloroplast. The animal cell only. We check it. We check level of organization. We check cell, tissue, organ system from cell. How to identify which one is a cell. We use a question. They gave us paramecium, hydra, chlamydomonas, digestive, onion bulb. They asked us to arrange them in the level of the organization. Since paramecium is a cell, we firstly wrote cell. Hydra is a tissue. Onion bulb is an organ. Digestive is a system. Chlamydomonas is an organism. And so for those that are around in the class, I believe you still remember everything. That was the first class we had, and we checked different questions. The next topic we check is classification of organisms and evolutionary trends of organisms, which classify kingdoms to Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. I gave you a shortcut, MAPF. Please remember. M for Monera, A for Animalia, P for Protista and Plantae, F for fungi. If you guys still remember all these things. And I give you the characteristics of each kingdom. These are the characteristics. I give examples. Check all the kingdoms one by one and their characteristics. For your level, you guys are enjoying because each kingdom has a phylum. Each phylum has a family. For has phylum, they have class, they have order. So this is the classification, the general classification of vertebrates. The warm-blooded and the cold-blooded. The warm-blooded, they are the mammals and the bird. We check this one. That was the second thing, the second topic, in the second class. Then from there, we move to adaptation and morphological adaptation mechanism. We check structural, functional, and behavior. You guys still remember? We check adaptation for protection. We check adaptive coloration. So we check anti-shooting, camouflaging, warming coloration. All this one's the adaptation. Later we check internal structures of flowering plants, where we check the roots, the stems, and the leaves. Hope you guys remember. Check out the transverse section and the function of all these things, the xylems, the phloem, then the dermis, the pericycle, the cortex. Just remember the cambium. I gave everything. I will ask question on all these things. I gave you the structures, the diagram for the monocot system, the monocot stem. You must be able to identify where your vascular bundles is. Vascular bundles contain activities. Just remember your cambium, your phloem, and your xylem. And explain the difference between the dicot and the monocot. So we've done a few things. The last thing we checked was leaf under the internal structures of flowering plants. And we move to internal structure of a mammal. We move to the internal structure of a mammal. Then we move to the human digestive system. You still remember? You know the mammalia alimentary canal that we checked today was also a continuation of synonymous to the human digestive system. You see that they are similar. Hmm? Are they not similar, Benita? Gifts. Check the excretory system. Check the reproductive organs in both male and the female. And I gave you the jam focus. We've done quite a lot, but we still have a lot to deal with. You have to finish at least 15 topics before your jam. But that 15 topics out of possible 20, I will be at rest, but we are ready to go. So we've done like 5 or 6 so far. But I also want some nutrition. So we finish nutrition today. Just remember the types of nutritions. I move to photosynthesis. Move to test for starch to live. I think that was where we stopped last week. Then we moved to today. So Lillian, do you now see all the topics now? Alright, so this will be the end of today's class. So you guys should read ahead of next class as you'll be having your test. So this is not your mock. You still be having general mock. General mock will test you on all the topics in JAM. Like I will set question on your JAM past questions. I'll just take random questions from random years. Then you use that as your mock. So there is high probability that the question you bring in your mock and in your tests in the next class, there's high probability that you will see them in your JAM exam if you are lucky. Because many times JAM repeats past question a lot. And that is why I always tell you to go and check your past questions. All the past questions I sent to you, I don't know. Many of you, I don't think many of you has downloaded it already. Many of you just leave it to your WhatsApp. And by now, you should have practiced almost every day. Say, okay, today I want to practice year 2004 biology. Tomorrow I will do 2005 biology. Day after tomorrow I will do 2006. Every day you are checking the past question. Before you know it, there's a high probability that in 30, 40 questions, I don't know how many questions Chamber are setting now, but in 40, 50, or 30 questions, you may see like 10 past questions that one is just a bonus to you already. And the few ones that they are just setting, they are just trying to tweak the question, to tweak the question. It's also simple. Start thinking. So you guys should just prepare ahead and do the needful. The needful is you trying as much as possible to read every time, every day, every time you have a chance to read. So see you again tomorrow for chemistry class. You want to have a good day. Take good care of yourself. I don't want your clap and gifts. I want love energy. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Linear, are we fighting? Uh, Confidence. Thank you, John. In confidence, you are fighting with me, Abby. Shadrach. Tell me, where do you go to? You went away when it was time for question and answer. You now came back after question and answer. Don't worry, I will enter your DM today. You know I have your number. Yo, you guys take good care of yourself. Enjoy your day. You're active. That was good. I know what to do for you.